Anybody, how's it feel to beat state twice in 1 year?
I mean, it feels great. I mean, we're trying not to get, I guess, too overwhelmed by it. I mean, a win's a win, and we went into this game not trying to, get the, what is it, season sweep or whatever. We were just kind of going at it like any other game, and we came out on top, and that's exactly what we wanted. And now we're just going to learn from what our mistakes were in that game, and then we'll focus on the next one. It's just another game. I mean, credit to them. The atmosphere was great. They played great, and it brought it down to the final seconds. And I thought we handled the pressure well and came out with the win.
Bernie went up there. Describe your emotions playing the last game ever in the Dakota Dome.
Well, it was an awesome day, and our teammates made it very special for us. Our coaches, a lot of us have a lot of family here who traveled far. Nicole's dad even made the trip for this game, so it's very special, and to have them behind us gives us that little extra motivation.
Nicole, what were you thinking when you're at the free throw line with your second left, knowing these are probably pretty critical even still?
Yeah, actually, when I was standing there, I was like, these could be the final 2 free throws in the Dakota Dome. That's exactly what I was thinking, and I was like, I've shot from that free throw line thousands of times, so I didn't really feel too much pressure. I just went up there, knocked it down, and just kind of, I guess, lived in the moment and just cherished that moment because it's going to be the last one probably in the Dakota Dome.
Nicole, the national anthem played beforehand. The final
Yeah.
What were your thoughts going through your head when the anthem was being played and everybody was dead silent?
Yeah, I didn't know that they were going to do that, so that was kind of a nice shock, and it was nice to hear it, and it's been a while since I have heard it, that almost the American one's probably, I know that better than the Australian one almost, but no, it was really good to, it kind of felt like I was back at home and just when I was growing up playing again, so it was kind of a good feeling to have before the game.
Kelly, there was some talk this week about, and Nicole just referenced it, trying to treat this like just the next game, another game on the schedule, but you get to the end of it, is there some motivation to potentially put yourself in position to win the regular season title, to sweep South Dakota State in your last year in the Dakota Dome?
Yeah, we really focused, Nicole said it best, on just this is the next game on our schedule, and you just have to win one game at a time. If you go and think ahead to the next games, you might take one for granted, you might mess up. So, we're just still taking it one game at a time. It was awesome to get the win today, and now we're just focusing on our next one and trying to build from there.
Ty, what were some of the key factors to beating these guys again?
Like it has been for a while, defense, I thought, we locked down, but as Nicole said, we still have a lot of improvements, and I guess and the main focus was who's going to win the rebounding battle, and I thought we did a great job of putting a body on someone, so we had good results.
Nick, you had a nice stretch of being able to find people underneath there that really was part of the rally that stuck for the game. What was going on there?
Yeah, at first they were kind of in man, so I was just trying to be aggressive, and I feel like I always look to the posts because they usually relocate to right where I know they're going to be, and seemed to be that Kate was catching my passes, and so was Abby and Marge, and so it just kind of worked out. And then when they went to that zone, I think just because they were spreading us out, trying to play those passing lanes, it allowed me to kind of drive in the middle, draw that middle defender up. That was, I think it was Clarissa Ober who was playing in the middle, bring her out, and that kind of opened up right down low. And thankfully they finished off the shots, so it was good.
Margaret, did you feel like maybe in that third quarter when you guys built that lead, that it was the reserves again, like Thursday played a big role?
Oh, I thought everybody was huge tonight, contributing in some way, whether it was, an assist or getting, a tip on a ball, deflection, steal, something. I thought everybody did a great job, and it's a team win, so we need everybody to get big wins like this.
Anybody can answer this, but how do you guys not let you down, I guess, per se? Obviously, it's a big win, but you got a big game coming up against IUPUI. You got a couple games left. You got to win at least one of them to win the conference title. How do you not let this let you down?
Yeah, Coach said it in the locker room. We have to, this is a great win for us and our program, and we're going to, kind of celebrate it and, learn from it and stuff. But then next week it's back to business again, and we're going on a road trip. And IUP is another top contender in our conference, and we got to treat it exactly like we did before this game. We got to prepare well, go out there, aim is to win, and especially then the game after that against Fort Wayne as well, we got to do the same thing. So we just got to, I guess, keep focused, keep learning from our mistakes, and we'll be fine.
Nicole, for you guys,
Go ahead.
Nicole, I was going to say, for you guys to get ultimately where you want to go, might have to beat SDSU a third time.
Mm-hmm.
Do you look forward to the challenge of potentially trying to do that?
I mean, yeah, any good challenge is always a good one, and I guess the feeling of beating another good team is always going to be great, and especially with this group of girls. And I mean, we're not going to focus on that until it comes to it, but I mean, it wouldn't be bad for, I guess, all the state fans and everything and our team, and I guess it would just show us if we can really do it again and keep the same focus as we had for this game.
For Heidi, Margaret, and Taya, talk about playing, being South Dakota natives, playing the last game here against some friends of yours, from Mitchell and Yankton, so some familiar rivals.
Yeah, I guess, there was one time where I was guarding Carrie Young and then kind of had a flashback, like, wow, this is similar. But I think, it's just really cool for us all to play in front of our fans. And I know, the whole Lynx team came down, so it was really cool to see all of them. And I just think it's just awesome getting to play in front of South Dakota.
Yeah, it's a little extra special to wear your home state on the front of your jersey and to have this crowd behind you. And whether we're from South Dakota or Canada, Australia, Wisconsin, anywhere, we have the best fans and they love you no matter where you're from, and it just feels great to play in front of them.
Yep, it was awesome. The last game in the Dome, we came out on top, and I thought, us seniors did a great job. We wanted it, and playing for this awesome crowd. Couldn't have had a better crowd, and our family was here, and it feels great to play for South Dakota.
What an incredible win for our program, and just really proud of this team, and we leaned very heavily on the experience that we have on our roster today to pull out a win. We did really bad want to find a way to close out the Dome with a win, to do that for our alumni, to do that for our seniors, and just proud of the way we found a way to close it out.
Questions?
Amy, what were some of the things that you thought you did well, your reasons for winning today?
I thought there was a stretch there. A couple things that we really did well were we had contributions off of our bench, and I thought Abigail Fogg in the first half really came in and just gave us a huge spark, and then Kate Liveringhouse in the second half just had some stretches there where we were able to build a little bit of a lead where they sparked us with some scoring, and we're just able to keep our team kind of fresh, and we needed every second of that every ounce of that freshness, I guess, down the stretch in a game where you knew they were going to continue to fight and scratch and claw all the way to the final buzzer.
Amy, your defense has been really good, and it seemed like it started the first time you played these guys. You played a great defensive game up at Frost Arena. Did it feel to you like that was a turning point for your team's defense, and that's carried through on this winning streak?
I think there's no question. We really feel like after that North Dakota State game, which was right before our trip to Frost, that we played a tough game, a double overtime game. It was kind of an eye-opener for us, and from then I've seen a commitment from my team on the defensive end of the floor, and we certainly have plenty of room for improvement and continue. I think if we go watch the film on this one, I may wait till tomorrow, but if we watch the film, then we'll find some areas we can continue to get better and continue to try to be better when we head to Indiana next week.
Amy, for the second time in this series this season, Nicole, she was at the free throw line tonight, of course, but what can you say about when it's crunch time, same thing in Frost, she's able to step up and...
Well, she's a special player. I think everybody's starting to kind of recognize that a little bit, and no matter what area we lean on her, she just seems to find a way to come through for us, and whether that's making free throws or having 10 assists, finding ways to get the ball into Abigail Fogg or Kate Liveringhouse's hands in a position where they can score, and she also is, in my opinion, one of the, if not the best, one of the best defenders in our league, and just finds ways to kind of bait people into stuff and then makes plays on the defensive end of the floor. It's just a unique combination that doesn't come along very, very often, and we certainly are going to enjoy it while we've got her in a Coyote uniform.
So it's a very nostalgic day. Talk about the special feeling that you had playing in the last game in the Dakota Dome and winning it against South Dakota State.
Well, and to be able to have all our alumni back to kind of see that and share that and celebrate that with us, it's a special thing. And I think our seniors, and especially those South Dakota seniors, kind of touched on, the pride that you feel when you're a South Dakota kid that kind of grew up in this state, to be able to wear that South Dakota across your chest and know the history of the players, the Amber Haggies and Mandy Copels that have played here in the Coyote uniform and to be able to take what they've put into blood, sweat, and tears into the dome and all the things that have gone into this, to be able to go out with a win and send our seniors out with a win, it's just a really good thing.
Amy, you haven't clinched the Summit League title yet, but this puts you in good position. Is that important to you guys, the regular season title?
Yeah, it's important. I mean, we came here with goals of winning championships, and that's something that will always be a goal of ours. It's not the only goal, and it's not the end all be all, but for us, certainly we set out wanting to be able to win championships, and so each and every game we feel like, is a game where we've got to protect that and to take it very seriously and play it like a championship game.
Going off of that, you have to win one more game to clinch the Summit, but how do you not let this be a setback per se, because you're so excited that you have letdowns in the next future 2 games?
Yeah, I've had that question quite a bit here lately. I had that question before we played Western Illinois. Oh, this is a trap game, and how do you but this group is just an experienced group of players. They have done a very good job here of knowing that you can't overlook anybody on this Summit League schedule, and every game is an opportunity for us to be gaining momentum heading into the Summit League tournament, and nothing is different. When we head to Indiana, I feel like it's a unique opportunity for our team to be able to go through the rigors and challenges of being on one of the hardest road trips in our conference schedule right before. That presents an opportunity for us to be able to prove to ourselves that we can go into tough environments and tough places and come together and build momentum, and that's what we're going to try to look at it as, and what we'll try to do.
1 or 2 more for Coach. Maybe 19 assists on 29 made shots. I mean, that's something you preached all year, so it just seemed like the girls were finding the open teammate and finding the.
Yeah, we had a lot of turnovers early, it felt like, in the first quarter or so, just lots of turnovers, and we found a way to calm down on that and settle in a little bit, and 19 assists, and 10 of them came from Nicole. But our whole entire team did a great job of just kind of sharing the basketball, and that's something that we really focus hard on.